On this week's episode of Motivational Minutes, Dr. Corey Yeager shares the importance of living in the now and not getting stuck on your mistakes of the past. One of my early guests here on the show was Stedman Graham, and something that Stedman said literally every day I take it forward with me, and I share it with everyone, which is literally that. It's like, you are not relegated to being defined by whatever the past was, right? You are actually almost like doing a disservice to the future self if you don't live in the now, right? So I know you talk about not being stuck too. Give me your thoughts on that.
Yeah, you said something that I think is critically important, living in the now. So let's be clear on this. What happened 10 minutes ago is gone forever, never to return. Never to return. So anything that I'm thinking about in the past is in my mind. Even my memories is part of my mind working. What's going to happen 10 minutes from now is yet to be seen. We have no idea. So the only reality we have in our entire life is the current moment that we reside in. That's the only thing we have. I don't have anything else that's real and here, but this moment. So what finding ways in which to bring yourself back into the moment. We get stuck ruminating about the past or the future. Ruminating about the past is conducive to the building of depression. Ruminating about the future tends towards anxiety. So if we want to get away from those, well, that's over here, that's over there. Let's stay in this moment and recognize that this is every moment that has happened to me in my life. I'm 53. I made it through somehow. I stand and sit in front of you knowing that I made it through every obstacle in my life to this point. So that's a pretty good track record that will tell me about the future. I've always made it. I'm here. So the chances that I'll make it through whatever I'm dealing with right now or that comes, I'll figure it out. So that gives us, I think, some gumption to move through life in a way that says, I'm going to be okay. I don't have to be stuck by what has happened to me. I don't have to be stuck by the negativity that others want to try to impose upon me. I can shirk that and stay in the moment, trusting that everything will work, that I have everything that I need. I say this all the time, Corey. When my dad died at 15, I didn't realize it maybe until like the last 5 or 10 years. He had given me everything he needed to give me. When he left me, he had given me, son, I gave you everything I needed to give you. And now that I look back, I can realize and trust that. Like, dang, I still hear his voice. When I'm parenting my sons, he's showing up like, hey, I would tell you, you know what I would say? Because I'm always saying, Pops, what the heck would you say? Boy, I would say, I almost hear my dad talking to me 40 years after his death. Still, it's crazy, but it's true. So just recognizing that we don't have to stay stuck. We may get stuck. It's like the car. So if the car gets stuck, do you just say, well, I got to go get a new car? No, you don't. You say, all right, I got to push this out. And if you can't get it out on your own, what are you going to do? You'll call some people to come out. Hey, I need some help. My car is stuck. And I'm not going to just get rid of it. And then people show up to help you push it out. You go wash it off and as if it's never happened. Right? So we've got that work to do as individuals and as our networks call upon the people that we are in need of. Oftentimes, Corey, we are good at depositing into the relational banks of everyone else. We deposit. But there always will be a moment that I now need to withdraw. I need it, y'all. I need some help here. Right? We get scared to withdraw. Well, I ain't scared to withdraw. If I need you, you will get a call. Corey, I need to get on the podcast because I've got some things to talk about and haven't really found another space. I'm going to call on you.
Mm-hmm. And I hope say yes.
And I hope that you can call on me. Right? So I think that's important.
I appreciate that. And thank you. And I do want to stress that because it is it's give and take, right? It's push and pull, so to speak, but it's give and take in the world of sometimes we need a sounding board and sometimes, we need to be a sounding board. And I think real compassion comes from just taking the time to listen. In fact, Raven Saunders said to me in that interview with her, if someone had just picked up the phone and said, hey, how you doing? Didn't have to have a long conversation. Just that 30 seconds would have been like, oh, okay, someone out there cares. There is someone out there that knows I'm alive. And sometimes that's just enough. Just those few seconds, just those few moments, just to pick up the phone.
But you say just enough. And I think that is so important. So my wife is Jewish. And they have a concept when there is death in the community, a thing called sitting Shiva, right? So if someone dies, the community comes together. And what does it mean? It doesn't mean that I'm going to come and tell you these things that you should hear, or those things. I'm coming solely to be with you. Just to be. My presence is more than enough. So what we have to know that sometimes it's not about what people say and the actions. Sometimes just be with me. Just let me know that I can count on that you're going to be here for me. I'll figure it out. I don't need you to fix anything. I need your presence. All I need is someone with me. Now I know I got somebody I can count on. Because if we got one, that's all we need. There's research in school systems that say if a child has one adult in the building that they trust and they think that they care about them, their outcomes increase exponentially. One, not 5 adults, just one. And I think life is similar to that too. Just one, that's all we need.
Subscribe today for more inspiration on the go.